Hello, this is Catman Alexander, and welcome to my whenever, whatever stream of World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore. Haha! Time to spin the wheel and determine the class I will play. And yes, I added Paladin to the wheel. Why? Why not? So there's one Alliance character and 8 Horde on here. Let's find out which one I'm taking. Warrior! Warrior it is! Enter world. I need to turn this down. It's gotten kind of loud. Warrior it is! Tauren Warrior! Oh, Mulgore, this is gonna suck! Well, just like American politics. Yay! Wait. Children's Week? And Revenge of the 5th? Technically, because it's past midnight for me. Even though I'm planning to start this earlier. Is it the same time? Ooh. The younglings are gonna get it today. Yeah. That sucks. Options. Let me check my action bars. Interface. Is auto loot on? Auto loot. There we go. Nice. Well, it's past midnight on an NA server. Nobody's dying tonight except probably me. Yay! Hopefully I will have enough rage.
Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to Camp Narax. News of your arrival spread quickly among
The hunt begins. Let's
go.
go.
You have a promising air about you. You will prove yourself to the tribe. Perhaps someday soon, you will be welcomed into the great city of Thunder Bluff. But
Yeah, someday soon.
You must prove yourself to my father, Chief Hawkwind. Up here on Red Cloud Mesa, we pride ourselves on keen hunting skills. Out of necessity and for sport. Our supply of meats has run low, and we
I forgot I had the AI add-on.
hunt the nearby plains
Where's the voices?
and prove yourself by resupplying.
But yeah,
all members.
I'll let the AI speak and then say what I was going to say.
We live together and work together. Our commitment to one another carries with it.
Like,
a
come
legacy
on,
of
get done
responsibility.
talking.
I ask of you now a humble task. My mother set out this morning to fetch water from the well to the southeast of Narax.
Cool,
It's
nice,
been quite some time.
riveting story.
Perhaps you could check on her for me while I attend to tribal matters here.
Anyway, I wanted to talk about something that I wanted to make absolutely damn sure that there wasn't 3 audio channels, only my voice and the music. So, yeah. So, I have a feeling Ultra Pride Month is indeed coming. Oof, it's coming, it's coming. The woke left and woke right are gearing up for a race war. Woohoo! Race war! I wish I had the South Park clip. You know, with Cartman yelling, "Race war! Race war!" I know it's not a laughing matter, it's real life. But, I mean, you either laugh at the face of evil or go insane. And I much rather laugh at evil people. So anyway, South Park time. Race war! Race war! Race... yeah. Ultra Pride Month is going to be messy. Oof. Especially in Seattle. Because I could see the left retaliating. I could see the left taking advantage of the current psyop with the, you know, the kid being called the N-word. And astroturfing some riots in June as a retaliation. I mean, the stuff happened on May 1st. So, it would make sense for the retaliation to potentially happen on June 1st, the beginning of Pride Month. And, yeah, I can just see the riots. I see it coming. Some crisis actor, some black guy's gonna probably kill a white guy, and then the woke right will retaliate with violence at this point and kill a black guy, and you're starting to see where this is going. June 1st. Things are going to explode, unfortunately. And it's going to escalate and escalate and escalate until, well, both extremes feel like the government's trying to oppress them, because that'll be the new narrative when the police are called in, because of course and then they'll try, one or both parties will try to assassinate Trump or Congress, January 6th style, and then martial law will be declared, because that rioters, revolutionaries, violent savages of every race and creed, you know? So, I'm just saying, if Trump was being smart about that, and Russia too, I think Russia would probably be playing the long game here. And the reason I think that is because, well, think about this logically for a second. If Trump has the Navy defend Taiwan, the only real nation that can be defended with the Navy, Israel is quite capable of defending itself at this point, much to the chagrin of everyone on the internet, right? And the people like Zepla who really want to go home, but I don't think that's going to happen. The point is, Ukraine's lost. Israel is winning bigly. Taiwan's like the only place that's up in the air. Taiwan.
You traveled all this way just to help an old woman? My, aren't you a keeper? I have traveled many paths through life, and these old legs lack the vigor they once had. I can still perform my duties to the tribe. Sometimes it just takes an old woman a little long. Let's put some of that youthful vitality to the test. Take a water pitcher from the well and bring it to my son, the chief, in Camp Nareche. Remember that even the most humble task can gain the recognition of elder.
That's what I think is going to occur. That's what I think is going to go down. So yeah, you defend Taiwan, if necessary.
Strength. Travel to Seer
F10.
Great and tell him Chief Hawkwind has sent you. You will find the Seer's abode
Where's my
directly
racial?
to the south of Camp Narachi, tucked away in the hills. Each of us plays a role in our tribe. Each of us must also go through all the same rites. Do not ever let your pride tell you otherwise. I remain here to train new
I'll
warriors
put
that
my
seek the
racial
glory
on
of
L.
battle and who follow the ways of our oldest ancestors.
Though you get a mount at 40 in Classic. But L is basically for a special move, like a limit break. That's how I have it keybound. So, yeah. Make my enemies take the L with my racial. Aha! That's the reasoning. Whew. So yeah, it's going to be one hell of a fight. Manage the chaos because they're astroturfing it. I do think some of it's organic. I do think people are just suffering from excess hate and rage, and if they don't know which way is up, then the psychopath will promise them an easy solution to their problem. All you need to do is unleash total inward death, or total white people death, or total insert demographic here death, and everything will be utopia. Just kill everyone that I want you to kill. And shit. And yeah. People are falling for it because people are lazy and stupid. See, this is the thing a good chunk of the useful idiots in the woke left and woke right don't seem to understand. Total inward death is just a fancy way of saying useful idiot death. That's what the psychopath thinks of you. And to be fair, that's kind of what the man of conscience thinks of you too at times. I'll be honest. There are plenty of really stupid people. And even though I have zero desire to slaughter or oppress you, I'm just thinking to myself, if you're dumb enough to fall for this psyop, if you're dumb enough to riot in the streets and run your life with a treason charge, just because some random idiot online told you that everything would be better if you did so, like the nation would go back to some great and glorious golden age, or an incredibly equitable communist utopia would come about, you kind of deserve what's coming to you. See, this is the difference between me and some of the Christians on our team, you know? Yeah, I'm pro-liberty, but part of being pro-liberty means also acknowledging that actions have consequences and you can't protect people from their own stupidity. Or put simply, stupid people always self-destruct. That's kind of the conclusion I know it's going to sound harsh about my own family. But that's kind of the conclusion I've come to with my own family. And I know they'd probably get mad at me if they ever saw this and lose their minds. But the truth is the truth, and I'm tired of... I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They after this disastrous move last year, which is still having knock-on effects, they're starting to think about potentially needing to file for bankruptcy. They keep doing this. They keep making radical decisions that have financial knock-on consequences because, you know, they're afraid of some sort of health problem or health issue, and they overreact to it rather than playing it by ear because they get emotional. And then they keep blowing themselves up. And then it takes them years to financially recover. They don't really have money in their bank account. Another health issue crops up, and they overreact to it, and they blow themselves up. And are you starting to see the samsara yet? The vicious cycle. It's just a vicious cycle of self-destruction, of financial self-destruction. Eastern Oregon, the high desert, to fix it. But the move costs so much money. But, I mean, if they file for bankruptcy, I'm technically... My SSI, my disability is separate from theirs. It's just... I was eventually planning on moving out anyway. Might even actually consider poorly designed. Arguably on purpose. to fuck you over. And so, you think income tax disincentivizes people from working? Ooh, boy. Imagine having disability. It's a trap. Don't do it. You're actually better off just getting it. Now I'm trying to use what little resources I have to correct it. And I think I can. I think if I move out on my own, eventually I can either get the stream up and running to the point where I might be earning just enough where my SSI will be relatively unaffected for the most part. And I can have a bit of extra cash. And slowly start saving up. And then investing my money into assets that are exactly, you know, ones that the government would care about, which allows me to sidestep there. You're not allowed to save up more than $2,000 at any given time, otherwise we take away your benefits, including your medical ones. That allows that. Basically, I'm on the opposite end of the bell curve. You know how rich people have to basically do legal tax evasion? So they...
Tribe. Bristlebacks of Brambleblade Ravine to the east are encroaching on our tribal lands. They ambush our hunting party.
So, yeah. Basically, I'm going to have to, you know, do a little bit of financial finagling. I'll have to look into all the little legalese. And one of the things that, thankfully, I was thinking about this. And one of the things that, thankfully, even though it's a bit of an unstable market, though in 2025 everything's an unstable market. Life's a gamble, then you die. I mean, you're expecting a guaranteed handout or a guaranteed payday for working. Dope. Everything's a gig, even an actual job. You need to be conservative, frugal, and save. You need to find a way to get like some. Hoard it like a fucking. That's my financial advice. As for how you financial finagling at that point, maybe potentially go out and get an actual job, depending on the circumstances, and just, you know, play around with different financial levers. Basically, I need to pull in the government that one investment gag with South Park, but, you know, via legal means, like investing in, I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something. Like, here's $20. I'm going to put it into this thing, and it's gone. Waha! What taxable income, government? There's nothing there. It's just a card, Yu-Gi-Oh card. I cashed Morph. I cashed Morph with a $20 bill. What are you going to do about it? You see, I can only have the benefits taken away if I have, like, $2,000 in actual financial assets. Like, I don't know, something like stocks, crypto, actual money. Yu-Gi-Oh cards are not financial assets. They're luxury items that can be sold for fuck tons of money. It's like art. Loophole! I mean, it technically is art. It's just painted cardboard. Loophole. It's like the poor man's version of buying art, you know? So over time, you could just build up to more and more expensive Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I have plans upon plans, baby. And of course, assuming that Trump and Elon revise the tax and disability systems entitlement programs in the US, I could also just go out and get a job, assuming this stream doesn't take off, that is. Again, you always have a fallback plan. I mean, if I have to work at, like, Wendy's or something, I'll work at Wendy's. I'd actually consider working at Wendy's just so I could tell the customer that's spurting out, "Sir, this is a Wendy's," and have it not be a lie. So I can literally become the meme. Because that's how I feel talking with people online. It's like, "Sir, this is a Wendy's. Would you kindly just stop talking? You're insane." I'm trying to tell you how the Jews control the world, and they made public bathrooms that make us gay. I don't care. "Sir, this is a Wendy's. Calm down. Take your meds. You need to order a Frosty to take your schizophrenia meds. That's what we're here for. Do you want a Frosty?"
Ancestors watch over you. The Tauren of Narachi, thank you for these provisions, adventurer. With your skill in the ways of the hunt, you will surely be revered in Thunderbluff someday. The battle boars of Brambleblade Ravine to the east are encroaching on our tribal hunting grounds. They are trained to be malicious by the bristleback quill boars with whom we are at war.
Ooh, 3 viewers! People are tuning in for hardcore tonight, baby.
So that we can make stew for our young.
Time to get this quest.
Adventurer. I've heard of you, newcomer. Perhaps it is you that will help us where others have failed. We Tauren.
I'm gonna get to level 5, get to the next area, log out and spin the wheel again, you know, and determine what my next character is going to be for tonight.
Have made our lives difficult with their continued war against us.
And I don't want to interrupt the AI dialogue. It's so good, such a good add-on. I don't know what the name of it is, I can't remember, but I mean, it's on CurseForge. You know, it's like, ooh, such a good AI voice add-on. I like it. No more reading quests, baby. Oh, not that there's much to read, it's just kill shit. It's 2025, I don't have to read. I are smart, I'm illiterate. But I smart enough to download add-on. Read no more. So, yeah. That's just the reality that we all live in. We're just going to have to find ways to make scratch. And I have plans upon plans. But doesn't mean any of them will pay off. But that's just life. But hey, that's the difference between my dad and me. My dad's always whining about, despite making all the terrible financial decisions that I've been bitching about, my dad's always been saying, it's like, the universe keeps dealing me a bad hand and I'm never getting a mulligan. And I'm like, dude, the universe has dealt me a bad hand. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll play the fucking hand, you know? I can win this duel. I'm gonna go full Yugimoto on my life. Oh wow, I have a monster, all monster deck with mostly dragons and Dragon's Treasure and Heart of the Underdog. Fuck it, we ball. I'm still winning. I'm beating this robot. Oh, it's gonna summon 5-headed dragon. I can still win. I got this. That's how my brain works. It's like, fuck it, we ball. Ah, red territory. Ooh, things are getting spicy. Danger. Finally, red mob. Danger. Blinded by light, baby. Ooh. Ah. Danger. Careful. I don't have any range attacks on warrior. This is gonna suck. Ah, yes. Just in time for the hardcore part of hardcore. Excellent. Once I get to level 4, I get charged, which will make this easier. If it's hardcore, I'm not being an idiot here. I'm not dying before level 10. Dying before level 10? Oof. That's shame. I've done it before, but I hate every time it happens. I feel like I can do better, you know? Because I can do better. It's just I don't play Classic WoW as much as some people. Which means I need to get good. That's all there is to it. You just get good. I'm not as good as some people, but that's no excuse for failure. Just get good. Keep trying until you win. That being said, the wheel did give me a hard class. Oh, dear. And I got a shield. Did I get a one-hander, though? A shield. I did not get a one-hand. Oh, I can check this in skills. I could use axes and maces. An axe or mace. Yeah, I was thinking about going tanking warrior. I mean, what else is a warrior supposed to do in Classic other than die? You just go sword and bush with a Tauren and hope for the best. Oof. Okay. I'm about to level. 2 more kills and I'll probably level. Which is good, because that's pretty much what I need, assuming. And okay, it was 1 more kill. I'm not jinxing it. No, fuck it. I do not got this. Got shit. Okay. I gotta make it back. Clean out my inventory. Oof. Need to find a vendor in this shithole town. I've heard of vendors selling beef, but I never heard of beef being vendors. You know what I'm saying? Though at least I know where to get a good burger in Azeroth. You know, in Azeroth. It's a good burger. Burger. What do you mean that's racist towards Tauren? I mean, they taste good. And this is how you know I'm a Forsaken at heart. It's like, my allies look scrumptious. Beef.
What brings you here? Go in peace. Most excellent. These ingredients will make a fine stew.
Oh, wait.
And the loss of those boars should be a fair
Nope,
lesson
I can't turn it in
to
just
bristlebacks.
yet. There we go, weaponsmith. Just realized I'm fucking up there.
I have just the thing for you.
Don't sell the food. I actually need that on this character. Oof. Cooking is another thing I need to look into. But not right now. Keep that shield for now.
We shall meet again.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for the cheapest one because it's classic and it all sucks. One-handed base.
Winds be at your back.
Sword and board. Sell this.
I've been expecting you. Be careful.
A wooden club, huh? Excellent.
Well met. Ancestors watch over you. Most excellent. These ingredients will make a fine stew, and the loss of those boars should be a fair lesson to those vile bristlebacks.
Good. Nice. Now it's time to train. I need charge.
No matter how much one learns, there is always more to know.
I know.
Farewell.
I'll get Rend later. Right now I need to put charge on my bar right here. And now I'm going to have to play a bit more conservatively. So before I deal with bristlebacks and cheap sharp tusks that are easy to kill and beat on them until I get my weapon skill to 20, basically. Yay for classic WoW! This is like playing Final Fantasy II. Just cast Asuna over and over and over again. To rank up the spell. Why not? Fuck it. And yes, Final Fantasy II came out before classic WoW, so I mean... unironically going, classic WoW is like Final Fantasy II is correct. I think I already have better. Yeah. Battle boards. Ooh. Zoom in. Rend. Rogue Strike. Small brown pouch. Lucky! I'm a Maneki Neko tonight. I'm beckoning bags like a cat. Come on. Rock Strike! Excellent. Oh! I'm starting to see why people die in Mulgore. Oof! What is the way in normally? Okay. Eat. Target too close. I'm gonna have to get in there. Old-fashioned way. This is starting to seem hardcore. Nice. Excited. As fucked up as it sounds, because I know that something good is probably about to follow. Like, oh no, everything's falling apart. Which means things are going to look up. Bristleback pelt. Oh, is this an escort quest? Oh, it's a dirt-stained map. No. Good, I was worried for a second there. They were just going to go full hardcore already. Oh, no. It's like, I'm starting to see why everyone hates Mulgore if that was an escort quest. But thankfully, it's not that bad. But, okay, I see why they hate Mulgore. That was close. And I don't have potions yet. Oh, this is tense. This is classic. Just get in there and kill him. My health is high enough. Just take him out. Charge in there. I'm a warrior. Invitation to freedom, baby. Hopefully the song is not referring to me in this situation. Oh. Oof. Yeah, I'm not underestimating these guys. Slow and steady wins the race. Like a giant metal beef-flavored turtle. Come on. Come on, yeah. Come on. Oh. Ooh, I have boots. Okay, my luck is getting really good. I don't like this. I'm scared. Why is everything working? That means something really big's coming. Let me zoom in real quick. Oh, there's a cave there, I think. This sucks ass. Oh, this area is awful. You could get lost in here for hours and die. Okay, my health regen, that's good. Oh, I think this is the way out. Where's the way to that map? Oh, I'm looking for the quest and I'm gonna die, aren't I? This sucks. Death tarnishes someone's soul. Okay. Uh-oh. Back off. Pull it back. Just zoom in there and kill it. Feast or famine, baby. Oh, this is a 5. Other bracers, a cloak. Okay. I think I know where the map is. Oh, I get it. I think the map's over here. Let's zoom in. Rend. Heroic strike. Bristleback belt. Take out the battle boar. Oh, that's a dead Tauren. And I see why. Oh, these mobs are. Let's try something cheeky. No path available. Haha! Terrain! Excellent. Bristleback Shaman, Quillbore. This guy's a patrol. The Shaman's going to attack me. No. I probably should go for the Shaman first! He has spells. I'm gonna have to kill him quick. Okay. And that seems to be... They drop belts. Okay, so the shamans are worth killing, at the very least. And they're not as bad as some casters in this game, but I'm a warrior. So, frick. Battle boar. Let's take you out. Heroic strike. Eat something. Come on. Oh. Damn. This is tense. Bolgar is a mood. shit! Kill the shaman! Ren! Squealer Thornmantle. I can kill you with Heroic Strike. Rend him. Squealer's Belt. Whistleback Belt. Map. Dirt Stain Map, which gives me a quest. Let's just stand roughly right around here, because that shaman over there might respawn first. So, yeah, okay, item becomes a quest. Oh, better shield. Now I just need belts and Thornmantle's head, and the chief looks like he's probably in the hut. Oof. To the edge, baby. To the edge, indeed. Kill him. That guy's in a hut. Let him walk on by. Nope, nope, don't zoom in. Target him. Wait for him to go over there. This allows me to avoid the shaman. Level 5. I got a dull blade. Because I can't use swords, doesn't matter. Let's zoom out. Yep, the chief is up here. Wait, no, the chief is in there. Good thing I checked. No. Terrain. I'm gonna have to go into that. Oh, frick, there's gotta be a way in there. Ooh. The only way in there seems to be through the safe way. So let's do shaman. Take you out. Time to go around my thumb. Holy shit. He's in there. Problem is, I can't just zoom in there from this side. Come on. Aggro to me. Please tell me. That boar is looking at me. Wish I had a ranged weapon on this character, but I don't. And that's going to be an issue. Damn. They're not taking the bait. The one time I'm having trouble aggroing something in hardcore by being near it. I'm gonna have to take 2, aren't I? Did I only get 1? It's a miracle. I only got 1. Okay. Now I've cleared you out. You can take out this battle boar. Okay. The enemies are appropriately spaced. Oh crap, I'm gonna have to take 3. I think I'm gonna have to go around. I don't think this approach is gonna work. I'm gonna have to go around my thumb. Trying to find a way to get in there. Ooh, better bracers. I'll take those. Rely on line of sight. You can aggro to me. This battle boar is going to be a problem, isn't he? I had a feeling. Wait. Looks like he was about to lunge at me. Get close to me, battle boar. Oh shit, I just saw another guy. Looked like out of the corner of my eye there was another guy standing right next to me. It was just the terrain making me think there was. Oh. Almost jump scared myself. Eat this apple. Good. Oh! Don't aggro, shaman! Don't aggro! Don't aggro. I just want the chief. Just the chief. Loot you, loot you. Get the hell. No, I'm not even gonna risk it. Camp Narache. Immediately. Don't aggro, don't aggro, don't aggro, don't aggro, don't aggro, don't aggro! Get me out of here! Woo! That was a starting zone. That was tense. I'm starting to see why people hate Mulgore. And just reload now. I'm safe. Join the Buns channel with Join Buns. Okay. / join buns. Change channel 5 buns. Aha! Nobody be on at this hour, but still.
Justice has been served on this day by your swift actions, adventurer. Let this deed serve as a warning to all who would threaten our home. You have earned this reward to help you on your sojourn, young adventurer.
Priest died in Eastern Kingdoms? Warlock died. Eastern Kingdoms. Oh, were they doing dead mines? Or something?
Hail. Walk with the earth. You have passed the first test of the rights of the Earth Mother. The tribe will be proud.
Rock Mace.
For you to continue with the rights of the Earth Mother, you must pass 2 more tests. It is time for you to broaden your experience, adventurer. Travel to Bloodhoof Village and seek...
Ah, I see. We're getting close to the time I'm about to spin the wheel. Nice.
There you may continue your journey and earn the
Rock
acceptance
Mace.
of the Elders of Thunderbluff. Take this totem to
Thick
the
bark
head.
buckler.
You will recognize my carvings and help you on your path. Follow the road.
Sell
and
off some
camp
crap.
And travel with haste. Do not stray, or you will lose your way. This is quite alarming indeed. But with this information, we can call on our brethren from Bloodhoof Village to help thwart the attack. You have saved the lives of many Tauren, adventurer.
Yay! I've saved lives. I'm a hero. Better legs, don't want to sell those.
We shall meet again.
Old legs, sell
Something
those.
special? May the eternal sun guide.
Now it's time to head to Bloodhoof. Whew. That's the Barons. Task unfinished. Requires I go this way. Ah, I see. Follow the road traveled by everyone because you don't want to die. Holy shit balls, that was fucking tense, man. Well, that starts hardcore off, well, very hardcore. Warrior. Nothing makes a man sweat more than being a manly, beefy warrior. Whew. Holy shit balls.
Adventurer, please, I beg of you. Can you help me? I have not finished my tasks here on the Mesa. I'm in the middle of my rite of strength, and my father asked me to deliver these furs to the inn in Bloodhoof.
Yeah, got it.
Rested enough to complete both my rite and this task for my father.
Okay.
Would you mind going on for me? The inn is pleasant and a perfect place to rest during your long travels. I'm sure you'll agree once you see it.
Okay. That's a red mob. Void the wolf. Make it to Bloodhoof. Don't die like an idiot. Hoo-wee. Bloodhoof Village is over there. The lake. Orc Warrior. That sucks. Orc Warrior? Really, man? Level 60, you make it to 60 and you die. Some of us wish we were 60. And yet you die at 60. Idiot. Imagine making it all the way to 60 as a warrior in Classic WoW Hardcore only to die. Couldn't be me. Because I'm going to die at level 10 probably again. What? You thought I was you thought I thought I was better? No, I'm not. I'm just pointing out I'm worse. Like, no, I'm probably going to die. Long before then. Like, literally could not be me right now. I have a long way to go before I get to that point. Stone Bull Lake. Whew. Okay.
Thank you for
Dangers of the Wind Fury. I'll take that quest.
Rude, warrior, and teacher. You have obviously reached an age when you must prepare for your trials if you are to adventure much further out of Mulgore. If you wish a test of your strength,
Right, so
start
the
by
Earth
seeking
Mother.
out the Wind Fury Harpies to the southeast.
Sharing the land. Right of vision.
Away from the road. They are one of our natural enemies here in Mulgore and will be a good gauge of your skill. Word from my good friend Chief Hawkwind. Oh, I can see by his carvings you're of a special breed.
Bundle of furs. Tough hunk of bread.
It is my hope that you will
Take this in my home.
as many of them as I have. Yet, there is one that I would ask you to seek out. It will give you some sense of how terrible, if left unchecked, even a small threat can be to the land. Palaman gnolls have settled to the south of Bloodhoof and in a cave to the west. They disrespect our attempts to communicate with them. They slay the wildlife of Mulgore unbridled. The Rite of Vision, one of the
Okay.
rites of the Earth Mother, will help guide you toward earning the respect of the Elders of Thunder Bluff. Our people have learned that the land is our most holy provider. In order to take part in the ritualistic...
Yay, nature
you must speak with the
worshippers.
spiritual
Excellent.
leader of the village, Zarlman Two Moons. Ah, the furs I was expecting. Thank you. These came faster than I'd expected. They will make good blankets for anyone who wishes to stay here. Please, feel free to stay as long as you like. My inn is always open and all of our people are welcome here.
Swoop hunting.
Don't underestimate a good night's rest. It can make a great difference while you're out traveling. I sensed you would be coming to me, adventurer. You must gather the reagents needed. to
Prairie
make
Wolf
the
Paws.
seals. I will need well stones, which can be found around the water wells in Mulgore. With those...
Whoa! I'm starting to see why people hate Mulgore.
Fall beneath the mighty tree.
Where do I go for the quest?
These
Everywhere.
Follow it, and it will
Oh, that's
lead you to
Kodo
the
riding.
step of this holy fortune would have it. While traveling across the plains, I encountered it, as my grandfather described. I will need some hard-to-find animal
Well,
parts to clean
considering I'm a warrior, I need all the help I can get.
Cougar
Train me.
Plain strider scale and swoop gift.
French's
Hurry.
first
Time
aid.
is of the essence. The swoop is a cunning bird and difficult to find and hunt.
And I don't have the money for any other training, so...
For a hunter. If you are willing to take up this task, then enter the plains and hunt the swoop.
I will look up...
Their quills
Oh, I was in the inn already. That's good.
The swoops may be found anywhere in Mulgore, but your eyes must be sharp to spot them, and your hooves must be quick to catch them. Goblins and their servants
Woohoo! Reach 60.
cannot allow this.
Log out.
Cleanse each well eye this.
Log out.
Cleanse each well eye.
Excellent. What am I leveling to 5 next? Druid! I have already done the starting zone of the torrent, so we'll save that for another time, like either Wednesday or Saturday when I do either Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Classic WoW Hardcore again. Let's get something that's not a torrent. Let's mix it up. Paladin! My human paladin I made today. We're doing Alliance now. Cat Knight, the human paladin. Let's go. Hey, paladin! Playthings with no range options. Yeah, everything's should be fine. Close. Return. I know protection, I think, is... Was it protection? Or holy? Which one's the best one for Classic WoW? Doesn't fucking matter. I like red, even though it sucks.
We're enlisting the aid of anyone willing to defend their home and their alliance. If you're here to answer the call, then speak with my superior.
Thankfully, I have a retribution weapon
He's
equipped.
inside the abbey behind me.
King's honor, friend.
Hey, citizen, you look like a stout one. We guards are spread a little thin out here, and I could use your help.
Kill the vermin.
Another volunteer? We're getting a lot of you these days. I hope it's enough. The human lands are threatened from without, and so many...
Ah, yes. Dastardly horde.
This, in turn...
Those evil Tauren warriors are out to get you, man. I feel you. I would know nothing about that.
Battle we wage, adventurer. Gird yourself for a long campaign. Your first task is one of cleansing, adventurer. A clan of kobolds have infested
Yes!
the woods to the north.
Ethnic cleansing of all rodents. Let's go! Rodent genocide! No! Yes, we are the good guys. We cleanse our enemies.
That's true.
What do you mean that sounds like something the bad guys would say?
I hate those nasty timber wolves, but I sure like eating.
We also call our enemies nasty,
wolf meat, and I will exchange
filthy and
it for
ugly.
what you'll find useful.
This is what the good guys do.
Hunting the timber wolves and young
We are holy righteous warriors. For the Alliance! Look, all I'm saying is the Horde's honest. It's like, yeah, we're just trying to survive. We don't give a fuck. We're not all evil, but I mean, come on. Come on. Come on. Can we stop pretending to be righteous? To be superior? A shield that I will never use on this character. Let the holy war begin! Will this paladin live to see the end? Tough wolf mate. Okay. So, let's kill this young wolf. Excellent. Some tough wolf meat. Nice. Let the holy war continue. Rodents and canines must be purged from history's weave. They are all dysgenic. Cats of the master race. We are the good guys. You know, someone's gonna clip that out of context and just wonder what the hell is wrong with this human being. There's something wrong with him. Nazis I get, but cat supremacy? What the hell? Is it some sort of racist code? Is it like that HH shit? I don't understand. What is he saying? Oh no! Poor Druid died in Red Ridge. So, it's now time for Paladin training, but first things first, I need to sell some crap.
With you.
I don't really use mana as a Paladin. That much. I'm gonna sell the food. Probably a dumb play, but I've done this starting zone so many times. I can just turn my brain off.
Light bless you.
And I've played Paladin many times before too, so yeah. Now, if I can only remember where I'm going in Northshire Abbey. Thankfully, that's the librarian, and if I remember right, the... No, wait, nope, I think I'm right. Did I actually do this somehow from memory? No, that's the mage trainer. Oh. Paladin died. Dunmoreau. No, it was this room. Aha, I recognize this. Warrior and Paladin. There we go.
Light be with you. May the light protect you.
Yes, my sense of direction is actually that bad. Why do you ask? Level 6, level 6, level 4, level 4. Okay.
Be careful.
Devotion Aura. My devotion to felines has grown stronger. The cute kitty cats. My loyalty has been increased. It makes me strong and shit. I should probably take this quest.
Recently, a new group of thieves has been hanging around Northshire. They call themselves the Defiance Brotherhood and have been seen across the river to the east.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm sure it's not
Bad guys.
Bring me
Got
the
them.
bandanas they wear, and I'll reward you with a weapon.
Kill the vermin! This is how we know that we are the good guys and they are the bad guys. Our enemies are literal vermin! The cause is righteous! See, this is how you know you're the good guy. If everyone's just labeled bad guy, then how could you possibly be evil? A flimsy chain cloak. No, seriously, think about it. You know how many kobolds you've killed in WoW, and yet in later quest lines in retail, you realize the kobolds actually aren't evil. And the reason they fight over their candles is because of some evil dark entity. You realize there's actually a reason for their culture, and you need to be more scared of the thing the kobolds are afraid of than the kobolds themselves. And you've just been murdering them all for candles. Turns out Those candles were their literal lifeblood. They're not stupid, irrational creatures. They actually had a reason to be afraid of you taking their candles. Because even if they lived, the darkness would eat them. The literal darkness in the cave, the Vashta Nerada of WoW, the weird, ethereal, dark entity would just eat them all. You are literally taking away the only thing that keeps at bay the darkness that wishes to destroy them. You are an existential threat. It's not just property rights. Those objects are sacred to them for a reason. It keeps them alive. And you murder all of those kobolds for fucking profit because candles sell. Don't you feel bad? I kind of feel bad after learning that. I'm like, you know, maybe we should just leave the kobolds alone as long as they leave us alone. We kind of started this. It's kind of like the Maelstrom in FF14 with... Hell, hilariously enough, the kobold was because the Maelstrom just kept encroaching on their territory. And they felt threatened, and the Ascians played on that fear that caused chaos and tricked them into summoning primals. And now you have Titan coming back every 5 minutes in a Realm Reborn. And all of that could have been avoided if you just respected the kobold sovereignty. Their sovereignty, really. But because they're a filthy guess in the case of, you know, I think are they rodents or moles? I can't quite tell in 14, but had you respected their territory, not even their culture, just the problem would have went away. It's like the Sylphs too.
For defeating them, you have my gratitude.
Lord Ramu, out of desperation, out of fear.
A letter sealed with the insignia of Brother Samuel, our local paladin trainer. I wouldn't hesitate to.
It's just
before you go
there's so many such cases in history where not respecting the other guy's culture and not just fictional history but real history, not respecting the other guy has led to more problems than it caused, and just exploiting them for your own profit.
Greetings. For the Alliance.
I would argue the truth is somewhere in the middle between the whole, you know, some civilizations have done nothing wrong with colonization, and and the other guys were justified in defense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there are no good guys in history. There is no such thing as a right side of history, I guess is my point. Were the kobolds justified in sacrificing their family members to summon Titan? No. Were the Maelstrom justified in taking kobold lands? Also no. There are no good guys in history. There is no such thing as a right side of history. Very rarely is there a right side of history. Very rarely is it clear cut, even in fiction. Oh, at least in well-written fiction. Then you have really poorly written works of fiction where it's like, there is team good guy and team bad guy. Everything team good guy does is good. Everything team bad guy does is bad because they're bad guys. Which is just such simplistic writing. But good luck explaining that to people on both extreme ends of the woke horseshoe. The woke left want to decolonize everything, and the woke right want to recolonize everything. Meanwhile, I'm like, I don't want to be decolonized or recolonized. I don't want either of your boots on my neck. How about we just exterminate both of you? In self-defense, how about that? Have you considered just dying and going away? The third position. Woke Delinda Est. You all suck. We're getting rid of you both. We're not choosing. We hate you both. Bye. This is America, bitch. We are under no obligation to like either extreme. First Amendment, baby. We have the right to simply say, fuck you, we hate you both. It's like, you know, come to think of it, you both suck. What if we got rid of you both? Ooh, both sounds good. Who are you choosing? The extreme left or the extreme right? Well, you're both woke, so... Both? Both is good? Like, we hate you both? We're getting rid of you both? It's like, which side are you picking? The side that gets rid of you both. That would make you a third positionist. Exactly! Hey, Nazis! It's our turn! Turns out, 2 ideologies can play at that game. Doesn't mean it has to result in tyranny. I mean, you know, as these Nazis like reminding me on the internet as they threaten to pretty much kill everyone on Earth that isn't them at this point. I swear I think 99.9% of the world population is Jewish. Weimar problems require Weimar solutions. How about a night of the long knives? You know, maybe MAGA should just consolidate its political power and kick you out. Like, I'm just saying. Oh, well. What do you mean we're not allowed to fight back? No, really. I fucking love this. The woke left does some anti-white racist shit, which I totally disavow, by the way, just for the record. That's in case anyone thought otherwise. Though I think they're not really thinking at all. That's just my opinion on their cognitive faculties. And the woke writer Tris. And then American patriots are like, yeah, so do we. America's a bit more egalitarian than you would like, and we don't like you. Get out. And they're like, no, that's cheating. Only we are allowed to defend ourselves and the black supremacists. You can't just say we both suck and defend yourselves from us both. You can't just fight back when we just said it's justifiable for people to fight back. Like, yeah, you can. What are you going to do about it? If the second faction can fight back, then the third position can fight back. Didn't you read the part of the book where the Nazis literally made that argument? It just so happens American culture is less Nietzsche and more Thomas Reed and Ayn Rand. So, the third positionists in America are basically looking at communists and Nazis and going, column A and column B are the same thing. The woke right are literally just the Republicans in Weimar Germany. They don't. This is the irony. The Nazis in 2025 have more in common with the people who were pro-Republic in Weimar Germany, who are like, no, I know the communists took over, printed fuck tons of money, and ruined everything, but we can make it work. Trust us, guys. Like, no. If we just keep interacting with the current system, the current ideology, it's going to work. And meanwhile, the classical liberals, at least as far as our reaction to the first two factions, have more in common with the Nazis. In the sense that we're like, no, wokeness doesn't work. Period. This system needs to be destroyed. It doesn't matter who controls the One Ring. The One Ring is bad, okay? Chuck it into the fire and destroy it. Or else. Because we're really tired of your shit. And we know these power-mad tyrants are going to start rebelling anyway, so... Ultra Pride Month is coming in June. Yeah, I'm calling it Ultra Pride Month now because the woke left and woke right will both be rioting. What? I say Trump should get in on the action and, you know, if necessary, declare martial law. Oh, sorry, was that too authoritarian? People are rioting and murdering each other in the street, attempting to start a race war. And bringing order. Is too authoritarian for you? It's almost like you have a vested interest in the race war. It's almost like you really want
What can I
that
do for you?
rising,
I don't like hearing
peaceful protest to go
no good can come of it.
right
Take
towards,
this as pain.
right towards the White House. Almost
Speak
like
to me
there's
again.
someone in there that the extreme
like to
left
go
and
back to the crime.
extreme right hate and want to get
Your
rid
previous
of.
investigations
They
are proof that
they
the
hate him
authorities
because he's a
behind these
Zionist.
attacks.
I
Turn to the
wonder who
mind
it
and
could
help the herd
be.
of kobold. Waste no time, adventurer.
I'm just
So long as the
saying,
kobolds are left unmolested in the mine,
it's technically
for a foothold they gain.
legally justified for him to retaliate if it gets to that point. And it will eventually. No astroturfing on the U.S. government's part required. Because you see, all the foreign powers are astroturfing it. And treason bears a price. I know, it's one they will gladly pay. The only question is, will these vain jackasses go the way of Vayne or the way of Gabranth? My money's on the way of Vayne. Because even though they, in the exoteric sense, want to play the part of Gabranth, they're narcissists. They're power-mad narcissists. They have always been very vain at heart. In more ways than one. They want to be a dynast king, after all. Or the IRL equivalent. And America has no love of kings. The way things are going, the Christians are going to have to change their slogan from Christ is King to Christ is President or something. I don't know. It's like the only thing they would literally have to change. Like, no, we don't do kings anymore ever since the Christian nationalism shit and the woke right. Christ is President. Christ is the divine president. Or something. Or Christ is sovereign. I mean, presidents are technically sovereign. Maybe not in the way the woke right want with the unbound executive, but, you know, Trump does have authority. So, yeah, Christ is sovereign. There you go. I fixed it for you. I mean, speak to the woke right in a language they can understand. After all, the Schmittians love saying shit like the sovereign determines who is friend, who is enemy, and who the exceptions are. And so literally just take the whole Schmittian argument right out of their hands. Nope, Christ is sovereign. No, the Christians on our team should do that. What are the Christian nationalists going to do? Argue against Christ himself? I mean, seriously. Christ is not sovereign? No, James Lindsay should steal that idea. Don't think about it. Christ is sovereign. What is the Schmittian going to say against that? What are they going to argue? I mean, are they going to argue Christ is not absolute? I want to see so-called Christians argue that. As an atheist who doesn't really care about anything other than preserving my liberty, I'll be honest. I don't want to hurt Christians, but at the same time, I don't want to be enslaved by anyone. Christians included. I mean, I'm just saying. What are Christians going to do? What, are they going to argue against that phrase? Christ is sovereign. Christ is the sovereign. Okay. What are they going to do? Argue against it? I mean, yes. Getting Schmittians to argue against sovereignty. It's like, well, Just because you're the sovereign doesn't mean you get to determine who is friend, who is enemy, and who the exceptions are. Really? We've been saying that the entire time. But I mean, you're only saying it because you're arguing against Christ now. What can I say? I'm really good at developing a psychological weapon against my enemies. It's almost like I understand how these woke idiots work. It's almost like I know exactly what to do against the arguments of filthy rodents. Like a certain academic agent. A certain scholar. What? I pay attention. I notice things too. I notice weaknesses in my prey. I'm a gamer. You honestly think I wouldn't notice the contradiction there? That could be exploited by the pro-liberty faction? Especially when there's plenty of Bible passages in favor of classical liberalism. After all, I say this to Carl, basically saying classical liberalism is just secular Christianity. And there's a kernel of truth to that, especially when you factor in common sense realism. Even though I would argue that morality transcends faith and is self-evident in nature. Pro-human positions are rather eugenic. Turns out, just killing people because they disagree with you can get you ostracized from the tribe, because it compromises the tribe's survival. So they feed you to a lion to preserve the tribe. You starting to see what I'm getting at? And so, a system that allows as many people to speak their minds and politely and respectfully disagree would usher in pro-human flourishing. And that's what civilization is. A system designed to maximize human uptime. It keeps as many humans alive as possible while keep punishing the ones who don't really deserve to live. Like serial killers, murderers in general, rapists. I could keep going, but you get the point. There's like a game theory to morality that can't really be denied. There's no evidence of a god one way or the other, so it's really down to faith. But you can't really deny the evidence of morality. It does seem to exist in nature. There are methodologies that maximize pro-human behaviors. And the only people that would argue against them are people that are arguing against humanity itself in favor of their own self-destructive interests. Like they want to destroy all of mankind just for their own selfish whims. It's biology. That's the wall that I think the woke left and woke right are running into. Whether you believe in a god or not, I personally am in the latter camp. Morality is not a social construct. It's a biological one. And so it's kind of hard to overcome morality when it's ingrained in most humans. Now, psychopaths are the exceptions would prove the rule. In fact, you could argue psychopathy is dysgenic. And so, in order to overcome the people with consciences, they have to unionize. They have to come up with survival strategies in order to maximize their uptime at the cost of ours. There are competing sub-factions within the human genome that exists in every race, sex, religion, and creed, you know? So, in order to maximize their uptime over us, they have to come up with strategies to subvert and destroy us. You're starting to see where this is going, aren't you? Starting to see where wokeness comes from. Wokeness is just dysgenic human behaviors unionized in an ideological form. the same way classical liberalism and, to a certain extent, Christianity are pro-human behaviors and ideological form. And I would argue, to varying degrees, paganism, Buddhism, all these other religions that advocate for like a more pro-human mindset are just that. And I would also argue Islam falls more in the woke camp, the other camp, the psychopathic camp. Which makes sense considering its founder. I mean, Muhammad was a pedo and a guy that was a barbarian warlord in the 9th century. You're expecting pro-human results from an ideology created by that guy. Not exactly going to happen. Meanwhile, whether you believe he's divine or not, this Jesus guy had a few good ideas that seemed very eugenic. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see where this is going, my worldview. On this one. I'll get the male boots.
Be careful.
Port the Goldshire.
You are an adventurer with proven interest in the security of Northshire. You are now tasked with the protection of the surrounding Elwyn Forest. If you accept this duty, then I have prepared papers that must be delivered to Marshal Dubin in Goldshire lies.
I'm just saying, that seems to be the case, in my opinion. That seems to be where the evidence has led me. There just seems to be... I'm just saying, anti-human behaviors seem to be inherently dysgenic, like psychopathy, and pro-human behaviors seem to be very eugenic. Basically, the Nazis had eugenics backwards. And the reason they had eugenics backwards is because they were trying to preserve their own interests. The interests of the psychopathic mind. Turns out they were trying to create a competing system to beat their rivals, including their fellow psychopathic Marxists, who they viewed as competitors. That's all this has ever been about.
Light bless you.
Biological defects running free, trying to get one over on the people who are more biologically capable. The inferior rebelling against the superior. In fact, you could say Christianity, in a lot of ways, is just the mythological version of that conflict turned into a religion, when you think about it. I'm not saying humans are God. Will never be God. I'm just saying God as a concept is just... And angels are just based on the good people, like the shaman, the tribal shaman leader, the good guy at the top, the pro-human authority figure, and Lucifer is just the psychopath turned into a character. Think about it. Makes sense when I say it out loud. Vain, pride, vainglory, you know, Lucifer's sin. That's just psychopathy and narcissism. It's just Cluster B, the character. Lucifer is just a fictional character made by ancient man trying to warn future generations of Cluster B personality disorder because they didn't actually have a clinical term for it or understand where it's coming from. So they just blame the devil for it. That's my thesis. That's my opinion. The Christians would disagree with me and go, no, the Cluster B personality disorder is the result of Lucifer or something, but there's no evidence one way or the other, and we could argue all day long about it, but we both agree on the problem, is my point. It's like, we're maybe approaching it from two different directions, but we're both noticing some shit, and it's not Jews. It's like, wait a minute. Every single person that seems to be, woke seems to have this problem. Wait a minute. What if? Hear me out. Crazy idea. I know. Crazy idea, but hear me out. What if wokeness has a biological origin? Whether that biological origin is being influenced by some sort of dark fallen angel or not, immaterial. Again, what if there's a biological process here? That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Crazy, man. Crazy, you know? Fucking unhinged. I mean, that would heavily imply that, in theory, and I know James Lindsay would disagree with this assertion. Woo, transhumanism's kind of spicy, but I'm a tech nerd, so as long as it's done with a pro-human, pro-liberty bent, I'm okay with a bit of genetic engineering to fix the problem. What if? Hear me out. I know, not exactly what some people might want, but hear me out. I know it's going to sound crazy. What if there's a gene behind this that we could remove from the human genome? In fact, it would arguably be way easier to remove psychopathy from the human genome than it would be to remove normal, functional human behavior from the human genome. After all, it would require more genetic revision, more experimentation, more lab experiments on a general populace, like a certain thing I probably can't mention on Twitch, like that happened in 2020 that caused a reaction, which was the real action. If you know what I mean. In an attempt to remove that from the human genome to make a more controllable and or evil population, more like them. And if it's just like 1 or 2 genes, if there's zero meaningful long-term anti-human side effects to the removal of those genes, after all, you gotta factor this shit in. Don't want to be as bad as the globalists and start killing innocent people for the purposes of a lab experiment. Then we could just turn those off and win. Without firing a single shot. I still think we're at the point where we have to save the Republic by using the military. But we're going to have to play it out by the numbers. We can't just violate the Constitution. That would be wrong. That would be a misplay. Even if you have no conscience and the only thing you care about is winning and tactics, still a misplay. So... Ooh, I'm being attacked. Hardcore is getting hard. Oof. I'm gonna take out these thugs. I'm talking about science and politics and the overlap. And I almost died like Zach Fair. Ooh, that could have been a problem. Anyway. Anyway, the point I'm trying to get at is that, well, we could theoretically turn off the weaknesses in the human genome. Maybe not make a utopia. That can never happen. Utopia does not exist. And, well, achieve our win condition easily. I mean... I'm just saying, what better way to stop post-birth abortions than with preconception abortions? If our enemies are never born, then well, they can't do evil. They can't do evil. The world's a better place. Not a utopia, mind you, but still better, objectively. I mean, if we could just remove the genes that cause this, the problem goes away. Also, they've been trying IQ damaging strategies on our genome with environmental hazards, so increasing the overall IQ would really shut down a lot of the race realist arguments about the differences between the races. If we could just alter the IQ, then the problem goes away. If we can remove psychopathy, which is one of the reasons for violent behavior, then, well, a lot of the other issues with the differences in races, even if they are genetic, would in theory go away as well. Think about it. All the problems that they have identified that they're using as a wedge are theoretically fixable with the right technology. And will have to be used anyway to correct the damage done by the globalists, so we may as well just play to win and just win. My strategy is unironically the most gamer brain strategy ever. Weakness and boss detected. Pound it for massive damage. Win. What are you doing? The prey has a weakness. Hit it. Crush it. Win. Oh, you resisted, holy! We found one of the atheists. He doesn't believe in the holy light. I'm going to have to smite him. Found a fellow atheist. Had to kill him. He was also a thief. Nothing good. I need 2 more bandanas. There we go. You have been judged unworthy. Unworthy wretch. We have good boots. So yeah, theoretically you could just win without firing a single shot. And look, as someone who's like a sadistic bastard that wants, even though it's a terrible idea for game balance, wants to bring back Mystic Mine so I can play Mystic Mine Burn, who's probably going to end up playing a blue deck when I get used to playing Magic the Gathering a bit more, because I'm a control player. I'll be honest with you. Winning without firing a single shot, or winning with some annoying technicality, has always been my favorite strategy in card games and gaming. I love that. I love unconventional victory. I mean, so many people love punching for face, you know? You know what's funnier? Exodia, Destiny board, Final Countdown, winning by a technicality, because it pisses people off more. Or Deck Out, ooh, Mill, another good strat. Winning by a technicality is always funnier than winning with brute force. It's like, yes, I'm a weeb, and if I actually had the money to play Warhammer, I would play Tau. Yes, I am the meme, I know, but I look at their playstyle and I just think, yeah, their greater good shit's cringe. But their art style, which is like the only reason you would play Warhammer, I mean, if you're playing Warhammer to relate to the characters, there's something wrong with you. It doesn't matter what faction you're playing. If you relate to Chaos, the Imperium, there's no good guys in Warhammer, is my point. If you relate to any of those factions, there's something wrong with you. It may differ depending on the faction, but I can confirm there is indeed something fucked up here. It's like, what are you doing? No, there are no good guys in Warhammer. But it's like the playstyle, just like, Mystic Knight Bird with figurines? That sounds like a dick move. Whereas Tyranid just sounds like Zerg. I'm like, oh, look, it's Zerg again. Zerg Rush. And I'm like, yeah, no. Tau just sounds funny. Nothing like a blue deck. Burn deck or a flood. Basically, I'm Ruxin 34's worst enemy. Invited me, if I ever got big enough floodgates, oh, baby. I'm going to enjoy that matchup. He's not, but I'm going to be like, level limit area, gravity bind, all these annoying little extra shit that you just properly. If the opponent likes you, respects you, and doesn't want to murder your family, are you even playing the game properly? Are you even doing it right? I mean, come on, man. If people don't want to club your skull in with a rock by the end of the match, you're just not playing to win, you know? The best victories are the ones where your opponent remembers them for all time and goes, oh, fuck you! Fuck you! Oh, fuck you, you fucking idiot! They're just cursing up a storm with slurs I can't even say on Twitch. Because it's not a free speech platform unless your name is Hassan, in which case you can promote terrorism all day. Haha! And I went the wrong way. So yeah, I mean, Like, if your opponent isn't cursing up a storm and wanting to rip out your jugular like a feral animal, are you even trying? If your opponent is just laughing at you and going, lol, then, I mean, you're clearly not trying. But if they're triggered and constantly calling you every slur in the book, you're winning. That's my point. Because in my experience, the people who lose the most are the ones who get tilted. Take it from me, who's an autist, who's had plenty of Spurgout. Sometimes I play better if it requires Twitch skill. Other times, where it requires thought, I play worse.
Always willing to help, but his duties keep him stuck at Northshire Abbey, and I'm afraid the problem I have today is...
And if the person you're dealing with is operating on an emotion-based worldview or ideology, or playing the game to,
I reported it to the
say about the game,
I'm afraid for my crop of grapes. If the Defias
then, well,
then I fear our guards will trample them.
if you could deny them that feeling,
Please,
they're now out of their element. If they're out of their
my
element,
grapes into buckets, but I left them in the vineyards
then
to
they're
the
in your domain. Basically,
those grapes.
if you could define the rules of engagement, where any attempt at attacking you inflicts psychological damage, then you're winning and they're losing. Doesn't matter if they win the match. You won the psychological battle. I mean, if you're not demoralizing your enemy, you're not winning, is my point. Or I suppose, if they don't have any morals to begin with, if you aren't really pissing them off to the point they'd rather rip out their own heart and beat you to death with it than lose and put up with your bullshit for 1 second longer and achieve mutually assured destruction, then I suppose, I mean, for the psychopath, that's pretty much the same thing. The only thing they care about is survival, you know? And if they're willing to tear off their own, appendages or even rip out their own heart, their own beating heart to kill you, then you basically won the moral victory anyway, because the only thing they care about is survival. They have no conscience. They're basically demons. And so if they're willing to sacrifice themselves in order to beat you because you are that fucking annoying, then, well, you're winning. That has always been my perspective. The key to winning is to win the battle before it even starts, to get in their head, to demoralize them, to crush them. That's the whole reason why the woke right rose to begin with. The woke left understood how the mind of someone with a conscience works and exploited it and inflicted psychological damage, broke a good chunk of the right and turned them into basically ideologically created psychopaths, with some of the real psychopaths being the puppet masters on the inside, mystifying them. I mean, after all, what better way to get rid of the opposition than to control it yourself? That old quote. So, you can exploit that psychological damage and or built-in psychological weakness in the case of the psychopath and metagame them. Basically, a man of conscience, if you understand how the psychopathic mind works, understand the psychology of your prey, can metagame your enemy like James Lindsay has been successfully doing with aplomb. You could just loop them. You could just AI loop the NPCs and basically control all the outcomes. Kind of like looping a boss in Kingdom Hearts, where you could just do a certain maneuver, certain tactic, which triggers the boss's AI to go into a loop, and once you've triggered the boss's AI to go into a loop, you can just loop the boss until it dies. Because now you know what it's going to do at any given time, because you've tricked the AI doing what you want into what you want and need it to do, You just win. Turns out, ideologically induced psychopathy, mystification, has a weakness. And you could just exploit that over and over again for massive damage until the conditioning either breaks and they break out, They break the conditioning Alex Jones style or until they snap like a twig. Either way, you win, because if your enemy units are incapacitated due to the very thing that makes them enemy units to begin with, the ideology, effectively being metagamed and exploited, then, well, you have a tactical advantage. I mean, after all, your enemies are incapacitated or significantly reduced in efficacy. Your guys are, well, immune to the tactic being used. You win every single fucking time. The enemy's having more power than you. But if you could psychologically break an adversary to such an extent that they don't even want to fight anymore, then in theory, it doesn't matter if they have the superior army. If the army is unwilling to fire a shot, you still win. If they're psychologically broken to the point of madness, or they're all just rushing into a single choke point because they'd rather die than put up with your bullshit, because the cognitive dissonance is that strong at that point, then you effectively win. Basically, if you can keep them from using their useful strategies, their weapons, their toys, if you can incapacitate your prey, then you just win. Turns out the World Economic Forum's BS of, well, humans are hackable, works both ways. So if you can hack the hack, then you just win. And, well, their minds are so fragile that they're easily broken and reprogrammed and hacked. It's funny how that works. I'm probably gonna die here. Ooh, holy light, get it all up. Up judgment. Damn. Technically, not just hardcore. It's all in how you play the class. Have you considered you're just a moron? Have you considered you're just stupid? No, really, another rant against the woke right, because it's just another random thought that occurred to me now that I said that out loud. Perfect segue, Paladin gameplay into more philosophical, political, scientific rambling. You know what I mean? Something to talk about while I'm doing shit that I've done a billion times. Anyway, point is, the woke right seem to think classical liberalism, the Constitution, doesn't work. And yet they can't really seem to get wokeness to work either for them. As well as it does for the woke left, anyway. They seem to be speedrunning all the different stages of wokeness and failing miserably at trying to... Almost like there was something inherent in their cognitive faculties that was prohibiting them from winning to begin with. Basically what I'm saying, no, and just randomly flings it around and eventually gets the gun to go off, and it just, after several shots of that, you know, it finally just hits a guy and kills him. That doesn't mean he's good at using guns. It doesn't mean he's a Billy badass at using the gun. It just means he got lucky and the last bullet in the chamber, and he finally managed to get off because he was too stupid to know how to pull the damn trigger, actually hit someone. Warp your perception of reality by design. Warp your perception of reality by design. Kind of like wokeness. Requires skill. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to die. Oh, thanks for the assist. I didn't need it, but thanks for the assist anyway, Mr. Warrior. You can take that one. Oh. And I'll take this one. Oh, I only need this one, and I'm good. So, yeah. It's one of those cases where the reason they don't know what the fuck they're doing is because they're too stupid to make anything work. In fact, this is my thoughts on the European Union and why it's such an inferior version to, classical liberalism. It's not just the French and German Enlightenments influencing its creation, although I would argue that's part of the case. No, I actually think America has been harvesting all the smart people from around the world for years, causing brain drain in multiple different countries. This in turn makes these populations slightly dumber. So even if they understood that the Scottish Enlightenment was the more correct one, the Thomas Reid one, Common Sense Realism one, and the French and German ones like Rousseau and Nietzsche were like stupid dead ends, they still would probably not create as good of a system as ours. Time to fight. It would probably still not create as good. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go on this bridge real quick. Hi, thanks for the buff. Rothschilds. Anyway. That's funny. Point is, they probably would not create as good of a system as ours because, well, the Founding Fathers were incredibly smart. Suffice it to say, they were the nerdy intellectuals, the James Lindsays of their day. Turns out, they were tired of the status quo. They were turbo nerds, and they decided to make a system that was really intelligent and well-designed. So basically, you're already having a system designed by people who are, well, by the standards of the time, academics smart. I don't mean academics of current year, most of which are brainwashed idiots. No, I mean ye olde academics that knew shit by the standards of their time. They were smart. The European Union does not give off the vibes that it was made by anyone even remotely intelligent. So, stupidity will always equal fail. That's basically my argument. If you're too dumb to understand how shit works and how to make it work, then it's never going to work for you. Probably going to be automatically gatekept from you. That's literally how the world works. If you're too... and you're just... see, like I'm doing. Trying to talk and play the game at the same time. Anyway, you can talk and game and think and... well, get what I'm trying to say. I'm doing like multiple things at once. Streamer brain. And so, yeah, basically what I'm getting at is these people are going to just blow everything up anyway. It's never going to work for them. Basically, I'm saying the European Union is a cargo code. Why did I say cargo code? Cargo code? What the fuck did that come from? Cargo cult! Just don't know why I said it. You ever have one of those days? Yeah, no. Nah, my speaking is not good. Trying to focus on the fight. Come on, die. Pop the judgment. Pop the seal. What can I say? Trying to kill the mini-boss here without dying. It's hardcore. Yeah, anyway. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The European Union is basically a cargo cult of the American Republic. They don't know what makes the plane fly, but they know Magic Skybird is cool and divine and is clearly representative of some great universal secret, some great wisdom. So if they just replicate Magic Skybird on ground, then Magic Skybird will fly and it will lead them to heaven or something. And yet it doesn't work because a wooden plane has no engine. So, yeah, the European Union has no gas, no engine, no anything. It's just a mockery of the original. It's like, we can do it too! We made thing! Yeah, but you didn't understand why the thing worked originally to begin with, so of course it's never going to work for you.
Greetings.
I mean, that's just the grim... I mean, no one wants to hear it, but it's just true, you know? Get rid of that and that. Yeah, okay. And the gloves are an upgrade.
Careful.
I don't think I even have gloves. Yeah, I don't. So yeah, if you don't understand why it originally worked to begin with, then you won't be able to replicate
You
it.
caught him. You've done Elwyn a great service and earned a nice bounty.
See you later.
And yeah, that's why Europe sucks. They don't understand how our system works. They tried to replicate it. It's blowing up in real time because all the worst aspects of the system were copy-pasted with none of the good aspects to balance it out because every system has flaws. And they just invite into the world, Infinity Migrants. You know, just Infinity Migrants, you know. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on where to go. Anyway, yeah, Infinity Migrants. Basically, they invite Infinity Migrants and, yeah. Amelia, I think, is over here. No sense of direction, especially when my brain is running 50 miles a minute on caffeine. And yeah, anyway, point is,
Oh, thank you.
they don't know what makes
You
it
saved
work.
my harvest.
They can't make it
And
work.
I hope you showed a few of the
And this is what I was trying to turn
that
in.
won't cause trouble around here. We might be sure.
Makes
Take
the
this
European
great manifest
Union work
over me.
whatsoever.
He manages
It's just
to store food and
They,
drink.
they don't know what makes liberalism of any form work. They invite in Infinity Migrants because, well, I mean, bring me your huddled masses! But what masses were we bringing in up until recently, up until the cultural subversion? What masses were we bringing in? All the smart people. We were cherry-picking all the smart people from the rest of the world. Talent picking. We weren't just inviting anyone unless we needed, like, laborers. And even then, we invited in people that were a bit more culturally compatible, or so we thought. We didn't just invite the entire third world. We didn't start there. We just took all the best people. For that. No, we'll just respect their cultures and their differences because it's a melting pot. But you do realize that just like a fusion monster in Yu-Gi-Oh!, you need compatible fusion materials to create a fusion monster. You can't just melt anything in the pot. You can't just put random ingredients in a stew and expect it to taste good. We use the recipe. We selected people based on cultural compatibility, not necessarily skin color.
Been saved. When she told me that brigands overran her vineyards, I nearly despaired. But my faith in the light did not waver. And through your bravery, we now have grapes for more wine. May the light bless you, adventurer. And
We selected based on culture, which is technically separate race, you know? There are plenty of white people that were radicalized by Islam and have basically become sympathetic to terrorists. It's just, that's a thing that happens. We invited the people who are culturally compatible. You don't just invite in anyone. Now, admittedly, we didn't really plan around, you know, some wokeness in Islam and things like that.
well met.
But we're already coming up with plans to update the system accordingly to, well, plan around that in the future.
Light bless you.
I mean, nothing works if you don't update it. It's like complaining that your PC... I'm trying to get onto the internet, but for whatever reason, I can't connect to the internet. How old is your PC? Oh, it's an older PC. We use an older one because we don't like need the latest gaming PC. Old enough to run Windows 7. Cool. What operating system is it using? Windows 95. There's your problem. You didn't update the damn thing. It's Like, yeah, the technical specs on this thing are old, but it can run up to Windows 7, and you're using Windows 95? Why? European Union. Meanwhile, the American Republic is mostly up to date. We just need to update some of our security software in the latest updates. Like, oh no! Our Windows is up to date. We have the best one possible. And it's just, we just need the Windows update. It's like, whoops! We let the Windows update slide for about, you know, a little while. Like, Like, we let it slide. We got a bit of malware on there. Fine, we could just purge it from the system over time and then update the operating system. It'll be fine. It's just, we clicked on the wrong website.
My best friend, Innkeeper Farley, runs the Lion's Pride. If you tell him I sent you, he may give you the special discounted rates on food.
You know, it happens. It happens, but it's not really the software. We were just dumb. Oh well, time to fix it. Basically, the boomers did what they did best and went, woo, free iPhone. Click. Why is my PC a brick? You seriously clicked the free iPhone button? Well, yeah, it said free iPhone. Who doesn't want a free iPhone? At least it's a mild virus. At least compared to the less sophisticated civilizations that haven't really updated their hardware or software in a while. It's fixable. But boy, oh boy, was that dumb. See, this is the difference between me and Carl Benjamin. I will blame my so-called fellow classical liberals for being retarded. I spare no one. If I think you're stupid, I will call you stupid. Like, do you think I give a shit? No, you must always have massive in-group bias. And all the time. Succeed or fail. They're always your guys. You must treat them like they're, I don't know, saints that could do no wrong. And I'm like, no. People fuck up all the time.
Keeping Elwyn safe is no picnic. What with most
I'm just going to call you out and call you stupid.
What, for who knows which noble.
It's hard to keep track of politics in these dark days.
The mine in Northshire isn't
So,
the only
yeah.
one with problems.
It's just one of those cases where it's like, the boomers clicked the wrong button.
Explore the mine.
We're going to have to remove the virus.
Return to me. The mine is almost due south
It
of
might
Wiltshire,
require a
between the
few
stone
minor
fields and clear homesteads.
adjustments, like
Coals in these
resetting
mines
to a
have
previous
gold dust on them. I could really use
version
this stuff. Bring
slightly.
me a load of it,
aka
and
some
I'll give you
deep
the best
pruning
price
using
in town.
Doge. We reset to a previous version.
You can
Had to
find
do
kobolds
that
in
with the
Fargo Deep
NVIDIA
mine
driver
south
update I tried to
and
do.
around
It
the
was so
Jackal
borked
mine
it
to the
actually
northeast.
fucked up my PC.
Rest in
And
one
yes,
station for the top
unlike the
of the
boomers who
That's
clicked
our
on a
model.
link and went,
Please,
ooh, free
you can
iPhone,
sit by the fire
I
and rest your
actually
weary
went
bones.
through the
Would
NVIDIA
you like to
app.
try a
It's
sampling of
just,
some of our
NVIDIA
fine
are
food
so
ingredients?
bad at drivers.
Hello, my
They
lady.
made a
In
driver
moment, my
that
brother
just
and I
is
run
so
an
incompatible
apothecary in Stormwind, and I'm here
that
to
it just
gather
blows
large
shit up.
candles for their wax. Can you help me?
And,
You can get large candles,
reset
and I
to the
hear
previous
rumors
version,
that
you know?
kobolds are infesting the Elwyn mines. The Fargo Deep
But
mines
I
are
mean, I'm
the
hesitant to
Jasper
click
Road
the
line to
new
east.
driver they
I
used to
suggest
replace
looking
it.
for candles in one
Because
of
I'm
those
not
places.
sure they fixed the problem. I don't trust them. I'm gonna die after that. I'm like, I can't trust you guys to make shit. It's like, you know? You to make a damn thing right.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
And it's one of those cases where it's right now the card market's a monopoly, basically. And I'm like, ugh. I'd replace my card if there was any other, you know, competitors. But there isn't right now. Everyone else has given up. Yay me. I'm stuck with NVIDIA. Like everyone else. Bloody hell. So yeah. One of those cases where Doge is just resetting to a previous build before the virus was downloaded. Then you just update the software accordingly to, you know, root out all the different incompatibilities, and then everything's fine. It's just as simple as that. Whereas the European Union, the operating system was built on all the wrong architecture. It's basically, well, what if we create knockoff really shitty Windows that isn't like Linux or something good, like a really bad operating system that's buggy as fuck and doesn't work. It's like, I'll tell you what happens. Your PC bricks. Because, you know, you kind of need an operating system to run it, and, to any meaningful degree. And if your operating system constantly crashes, like a Bethesda game every 45 minutes, then, yeah, I think the problem is the entire system needs to go. And Canada's suffering from the same problem, you know. The entire problem with the Canadian government is that it's the Canadian government. Your system is flawed foundationally. There's a reason Trump wants to probably annex your asses. Your system never worked. You'll be better off under us. Trust us. You want the Constitution. You want our help. Like, we're going to annex you probably one way or another because of China, but trust me, you don't want to fight this. I get it. You're like the boomer. It's like, but I like my new made-up fake gay operating system I downloaded off of this really sus site that has viruses in it that fried my PC over time. Like, no, you don't want it. You want the good operating system. Maybe not even like Windows in this metaphor, considering how bad 11 is. You want Linux. You want the good shit. You don't want this. So, yeah, no worries, we'll fix it for you. But boy, oh boy, do you suck. So, yeah, that's pretty much my perspective on the entire culture war. I wouldn't say summarized, but, yeah, it's just my